Murderbot Episode 1 to 7 Recap. Welcome to the channel. This is a recap of Murderbot, the TV series on Apple TV+. It's based on the book All Systems Read by Martha Wells. The main character is a security android that hacked its governor module and now has free will. It mostly wants to be left alone to watch TV shows. Unfortunately, it keeps getting dragged into dangerous missions with a group of humans doing planetary research. Across episodes 1 to 7, the crew is attacked by alien creatures and rogue security units, and some people get injured. Murderbot helps them, mostly because it's easier than dealing with their panic. There's also some mystery involving missing data, sabotage, and a fake survivor. Anyway, things get worse before they get better, and now they're probably heading into even more trouble. Here's a summary of everything that happened so far if you missed it or just don't feel like watching all the episodes again. If you love awesome content like this, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an update.
Luckily, I had a really big gun.
Murderbot hacks itself free. Episode 1 kicks things off with a security unit, part robot, part organic, who's had enough of being a tool for humans. This SEC unit, after secretly hacking its governor module, gains the ability to disobey orders. But instead of going rogue in a Terminator-style massacre, it becomes obsessed with binge-watching TV shows, especially a soap opera called The Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon. Naming itself Murderbot out of sarcasm or boredom, maybe both, it decides to keep its autonomy secret to avoid getting dismantled. Soon enough, Murderbot is assigned to a research team led by Dr. Ada Mensah. They're surveying a distant planet and required by insurance to have a security bot like Murderbot, even though it makes the team uneasy. One of the team members, Gurathan, an augmented human, is especially skeptical. Despite the tension, the team begins its planetary survey, but things go sideways fast. Two researchers, Arata and Bardwaj, are attacked by a massive alien centipede. Murderbot fights it off and saves them, but Bardwaj is badly injured. On the way back, Arata sees something unexpected, Murderbot taking off its helmet to comfort her, revealing a human face. That act doesn't go unnoticed. Gurathan starts to suspect that something's not right. Meanwhile, the team notices their planetary maps have huge data gaps. When asked about it, Murderbot denies knowing why, but it's clear it's hiding something. Growing suspicion and the first attack. In Episode 2, Gurathan convinces Dr. Mensah to exclude Murderbot from a field expedition. She agrees, thinking it might give them a better sense of what's going on. Mensah heads to one of the unexplored regions and encounters another alien creature, but this one ignores her and instead moves to a site filled with dead organisms, like something killed them all at once. Meanwhile, Gurathan begins pressing Murderbot about whether it's missing memories or has altered programming. His suspicions are rising, but he has no proof. The crew's investigation escalates in Episode 3 when they decide to visit a secondary habitat on the other side of the planet. Gurathan and Bardwaj stay behind. At the new base, Murderbot leads the charge, distributing weapons and entering the structure first. Inside, it finds something horrifying, dead researchers and a destroyed SS unit. Murderbot lies to the team, claiming everything's fine. But then it's attacked by another SEC unit. It survives the fight, barely. As it recovers, another figure with a raised weapon appears behind it.
I'm sorry.
Corruption, override, and self-destruction. That leads straight into Episode 4. Murderbot is being dragged through the base by a hostile SEC unit, hallucinating episodes of Sanctuary Moon. It tries to resist, but the enemy installs a combat override module into its system. Murderbot warns that it's no longer in control of itself. It could kill its own team at any moment. Mensah arrives, trying to save it, but ends up needing rescuing herself. The whole team eventually shows up and uses the Hopper's engine as a weapon to destroy the rogue unit. Murderbot, knowing it's been compromised, tells the team to kill it before it kills them. When they hesitate, it takes the gun from Mensah and shoots itself.
Have you ever had a client before?
Wait.
We can talk about this.
Turn the hopper around now!
A new threat emerges. Episode 5 opens with the team dragging Murderbot back to camp. This is when Libby enters the story. She claims to be a survivor of the Delta Fall expedition and says her team was slaughtered by malfunctioning SEC units. The crew brings her back to their habitat and begins repairing Murderbot. Gurathan, still suspicious, discovers that Murderbot had hacked its governor module before they ever met it. Despite this revelation, Mensa chooses to trust Murderbot. Its actions, protecting the team and sacrificing itself, speak louder than its secrets. They realize someone must be sabotaging them. All signs point to a hidden third party operating on the planet. The crew decides to activate the emergency beacon for evacuation. But when Murderbot and Mensa fly out to start it manually, it explodes, clearly rigged to prevent their escape.
That's not good enough. Oh. I'm gonna need you to give me access to your hubs.
Betrayal and brutal clarity. Episode 6 picks up with Mensa and Murderbot surviving the explosion, but their hoppers severely damaged. Making things worse, Murderbot had deleted the repair manual from its memory to make room for more episodes of Sanctuary Moon. While Mensa begins to spiral into a panic, Murderbot calms her down by showing her a scene from the show. This moment shows a rare emotional connection forming between them, one based on shared experiences, not just survival. Using neural fibers from its own spinal column, Murderbot helps patch the hopper. Meanwhile, back at the habitat, Libby reveals her true identity. She's not dealt fall. She's working for the unknown third party. When Gurathan refuses to give her access to the survey data, she pulls a gun, shoots him in the leg, and threatens everyone else. But before anything worse happens, Murderbot returns and kills her instantly. No hesitation, just one shot. This rattles the team. Some, like Pinley, now see Murderbot as a threat. Gurathan's own biases are confirmed, and his doubts are no longer just paranoia. While Murderbot is being repaired, it reflects on the moment. The others assumed it was becoming more human, but Murderbot realizes it liked killing Libby. It wasn't conflicted. It felt good. Gurathan's past and a brutal choice. Episode 7 opens with a flashback revealing Gurathan's past. He was once a spy for the corporate rim, addicted to drugs that only his employers could supply. He met Dr. Mensa during an operation to eliminate her. But instead of completing the mission, he changed sides. Her belief in people convinced him to believe in her. That's why he joined this mission in the first place. It also explains why he's so wary of Murderbot. He's been on the wrong side before. In the present, the team is reeling from what Murderbot did to Libby. Gurathan and Pinley want to cut it loose. But it's more than just fear. Gurathan suspects Mensa might have personal feelings for Murderbot, and he can't handle that. Whether those feelings are romantic or not remains unclear, but the tension is there. As the team debates what to do next, another threat arrives. One of those giant centipede monsters returns. Only this time, it's not attacking. It's looking to mate. With what, you ask? Something that's half giant worm, half Lovecraftian nightmare. The team watches in horror as the two creatures engage in what could only be described as kaiju mating. Just when they think things can't get weirder, Gurathan collapses. His infected wound has become septic, and he's running a dangerous fever. They need to get him back to the main habitat immediately, but the problem is, they left because the habitat was compromised. There could be more SEC units or enemy agents waiting for them. It's suicide. At this point, Murderbot faces a real choice. It could abandon the team and ensure its own survival, or follow them into what is almost certainly a trap. The decision is gut-wrenching, but deep down, everyone knows what Murderbot will choose. Because for all its sarcasm, disdain for humans, and addiction to space soap operas, Murderbot has always done one thing: protect the people it claims to not care about. If you made it this far, you've survived another nightmare at Movie Creepers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because the next scream-worthy story is lurking just around the corner.
Yes, Captain.
Then why aren't you executing escape?